The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 remain etched in human history. These events, unprecedented in their destructive power, brought a swift end to World War II. The bombings killed hundreds of thousands instantly, leaving a legacy of suffering and raising profound moral questions about warfare in the atomic age. This essay delves into the historical context surrounding these events, challenging the conventional narrative surrounding the use of atomic bombs. The dominant narrative surrounding the atomic bombings suggests they were necessary to force Japan's unconditional surrender, saving countless American lives that would have been lost in a prolonged invasion. This narrative, while widely accepted, deserves a closer look. Was the use of atomic bombs truly the only path to peace? Or were there alternative strategies available that could have achieved the same objective without unleashing such unprecedented destruction? Alexander de Seversky, a Russian-American aviation expert and military strategist, emerged as a prominent critic of the atomic bombings. A decorated pilot during World War I, de Seversky had a deep understanding of air power and its potential impact on warfare. His research and analysis led him to challenge the official justification for the bombings, arguing that they were militarily unnecessary and morally reprehensible. De Seversky argued that Japan was already on the verge of collapse by August 1945. He pointed to the devastating effects of the United States' strategic bombing campaign, which had crippled Japan's industrial capacity and shattered its cities. De Seversky believed that a combination of continued conventional bombing, a naval blockade, and diplomatic pressure, potentially involving assurances for the emperor's position, would have forced Japan's surrender without the need for atomic bombs. While the atomic bombings are etched in public memory, it is essential to acknowledge the devastation caused by the preceding firebombing campaign. Major Japanese cities, including Tokyo, Osaka, and Nagoya, were subjected to relentless incendiary raids that killed hundreds of thousands and left millions homeless. This campaign, often overlooked, raises uncomfortable questions about the overall strategy employed against Japan and the immense human cost of the war. Section 6. Technological alternatives. Napalm and carpet bombing. During World War II, military strategists were constantly seeking new methods to gain an advantage and bring the conflict to a swift conclusion. Among these methods were the use of napalm and carpet bombing, which were considered by some as viable alternatives to the atomic bomb. De Seversky, a prominent military analyst, argued that even if the primary goal was to accelerate Japan's surrender, there were other technological alternatives available that could have been employed instead of atomic bombs. He believed that these alternatives, while still devastating, could achieve the same objective without the ethical and moral implications associated with nuclear warfare. Napalm, a highly flammable gel that sticks to surfaces and burns intensely, was already in use by the United States in the Pacific Theater. This incendiary weapon was capable of causing widespread destruction and terror, as it could engulf entire areas in flames, making it a formidable tool in the arsenal of war. Carpet bombing, a strategy involving the saturation bombing of large areas, was another option. This method involved dropping large quantities of bombs over a wide area to inflict maximum damage. It was designed to destroy infrastructure, disrupt supply lines, and demoralize the enemy, thereby weakening their ability to continue fighting. While undeniably destructive, these tactics, according to de Seversky, could have achieved the desired military objective without resorting to atomic weapons. He believed that the use of napalm and carpet bombing, though brutal, would have been sufficient to force Japan into surrender, thus avoiding the unprecedented devastation and long-term consequences of nuclear warfare. This perspective invites us to reflect on the choices made during wartime and the profound impact they have on history and humanity. Section 7. Voices from the Pacific, questioning the narrative. De Seversky's critiques were echoed by other voices, including high-ranking military officials. General Dwight D. Eisenhower, Supreme Commander of Allied forces in Europe, expressed his reservations about the use of atomic bombs, stating that Japan was already defeated and that dropping the bombs was unnecessary. These dissenting voices, often marginalized in the aftermath of the war, provide crucial alternative perspectives on the decision-making process and the justification for using atomic weapons. Section 8. The importance of historical inquiry. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki remain deeply controversial events, not just in the context of World War II, but in the broader scope of human history. These bombings marked the first and only use of nuclear weapons in warfare, leading to unprecedented destruction and loss of life. The immediate aftermath saw cities reduced to rubble, and the long-term effects included severe radiation sickness and genetic damage, impacting generations. These events raise enduring questions about morality, military strategy, and the use of unimaginable destructive power. Was it necessary to end the war, or could there have been another way? The ethical implications of such decisions continue to be debated by historians, ethicists, and political leaders alike. The bombings also serve as a stark reminder of the devastating potential of nuclear weapons, prompting ongoing discussions about disarmament and international peace. Exploring alternative perspectives like those presented by Alexander de Seversky is crucial for a comprehensive understanding of this pivotal moment in history. De Seversky, a noted aviation expert and military strategist, offered a critical view of the bombings, suggesting that they were not the decisive factor in Japan's surrender. Questioning the dominant narrative, examining the evidence, and considering different viewpoints allow us to gain a more nuanced understanding of historical events. Engaging in critical analysis and historical inquiry is essential for ensuring that we learn from the past and strive for a future free from the threat of nuclear war. By studying these events in depth, we can better appreciate the complexities of history and the importance of making informed, ethical decisions. Memorial sites in Hiroshima and Nagasaki stand as solemn reminders of the past, urging us to work towards a world where such tragedies never occur again. Through education, dialogue, and reflection, we can honor the memory of those affected and commit to a more peaceful future. Section 9. Conclusion: Seeking Truth in the Ashes. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki serve as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of war. These two cities, once bustling with life and culture, were reduced to ashes in an instant, leaving behind a legacy of pain and suffering that continues to resonate through generations. The importance of pursuing peace through diplomacy and understanding cannot be overstated. Diplomatic efforts and peace rallies around the world highlight the collective desire to prevent such tragedies from ever occurring again. These gatherings serve as a testament to humanity's enduring hope for a peaceful future. While the conventional narrative emphasizes the bomb's role in ending the war, it is crucial to delve deeper into the historical context. The celebrations marking the end of World War II were filled with relief and joy, but they also masked the profound loss and ethical dilemmas faced by those who lived through it. Alternative perspectives, supported by historical evidence, suggest that other paths to peace may have been available. Historians and scholars have long debated whether diplomatic negotiations and other strategies could have brought about the same end without the use of atomic weapons. The debate surrounding the atomic bombings is not about assigning blame, but rather about understanding the complexities of history. Academic debates and roundtable discussions provide a platform for exploring these complexities, allowing us to learn from the past and apply those lessons to the present and future. Understanding the decisions made during wartime requires a nuanced approach. Historical reenactments and archival footage offer insights into the difficult choices faced by leaders and the impact of those decisions on millions of lives. Acknowledging the enduring human cost of conflict is essential. Families visiting memorials and the stories of war survivors remind us of the personal and collective toll of war. These memories serve as a powerful call to action for peace and reconciliation. By engaging in open and honest discussions about the past, we can foster a deeper understanding of the events that shaped our world. Peace education workshops and group discussions in historical settings play a vital role in this process. encouraging critical thinking and empathy. We can work towards a future where such devastating weapons are never used again. Symbolic acts like releasing doves and lanterns for peace remind us of our shared responsibility to build a world free from the threat of nuclear warfare. Through collective effort and unwavering commitment to peace, we can honor the memories of those lost and ensure a safer, more just world for future generations.